Hello and welcome to another episode of the Brother Banter Show. My name is Nick, and as always, I'm joined by my brother Jack.
Hey, how you doing?
And we are just two brothers who like to talk about stuff. So, Jack, what have you been up to this week?
I've been up to a lot. Like, we had to run. I had to run around a lot this week because I've been working a lot more now at the newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I shot like two events. I'm just doing photography. Like, I am not writing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've talked to like some of the writers and like texted them, and they just like, yeah, like you don't do that very well. It's like, yeah, well, it's all right. I don't spell that great either, but whatever. Um, so I shot a couple of events for that. Like I went to, um, there was a 125th annual like anniversary or whatever of like NIU. So I had to go to talk to and like go shoot. Like they had like a little exhibit and shit. So I went there, took a bunch of pictures. And then like I ended up talking to a bunch of people who are like really high up in like NIU. Like I was talking to like the chief of staff and like he was like the vice principal was there or the vice president was there or whatever. And like there's just a bunch of like people pretty high up and I talked to them for a while just about their job, like how they got like to like NIU and stuff. Because you got to get like cut lines, like you got to get people's names and stuff
Mm-hmm.
for like pictures. And yeah, I ended up talking to this guy that I saw at Wabanzi one time, and turns out he's like the photo manager for NIU, and like so like, that means he handles like all like the marketing and shit, like all and basically like anything that NIU needs pictures for, like that more or less has to like run through him. So I talked to him for a while, and he's seemed like he really wants to like talk to me more because I was just talking to him about like photography and like what camera I was using and like what I kind of wanted to do because I was thinking about trying to do like uh commercial or something like just showcasing like the NIU campus
Yeah.
with a couple of my friends just like using my drone and talked to him for a while and then what else have I done this week? We shot a trailer, so like I'm part of this class that's setting up for a film festival.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to shoot a trailer for this for like the film festival. And so like it's like Twilight Zone theme. I don't know if you ever watched like the Twilight Zone or like any like spooky like sci-fi, like old sci-fi.
No.
Yeah, so that's what like we decided on in this class to do. So like the trailer was like this is it's like 1950s like girls wearing like heels inside like smoking a cigarette inside and fucking she like comes in like walks up to like this old school ass TV like turns it on and then just like sits in this like old red uh like swivel chair. I don't know, it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of hard to explain. Just like set in like a 1950s vibe and that turned out really well and it was really cool to, like to show that to the class and I had to go around today and shoot pictures of NIU in the snow because it just snowed and it was fucking freezing. Like we walked so like my friend Grace and I have a class today together and that's the film festival class.
Yeah.
So like normally I would just like go to her place and then we just like walk together or whatever. Because it's a pretty shitty walk and I fucking hate taking the bus. Like I just don't take the bus. Scared of public transportation.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we like walked out, we walked and it that was like normally it's not that bad, like even with like the snow, but it was just dog shit. Like, oh my God, walking out there was so bad and I didn't bring my schmog and it was but yeah, we had to go to the Center for Black Studies today and that was pretty cool. Like we went to their building, had to take some pictures of the inside and then I talked to some guy, I didn't take down his name and he was like teaching a class, so I just like came in, took some pictures of him, and then literally just uploaded all of them.
Nice.
But yeah, I've been running around a lot, and I gotta go shoot wrestling tomorrow. tomorrow there's wrestling meet that I have to go shoot for sports. So, and I got to do something else tomorrow. Shit, where's my planner was just ridiculous. I don't even know what the hell I have to do tomorrow. Oh yeah, I gotta go wrestling at 7, and then at Cole Hall there's like a memorial or something that I gotta go take pictures of at like 3.
Nice. Who? So, were you with the president in the beginning?
No, I don't think that I ever saw him, but I know that the chief of staff was there because I took a couple pictures of him and I talked to him for a while. I thought that I'm pretty sure that the vice president was there like very early on, but I was like I didn't know where this place was, so I was kind of just wandering around the library looking for this place for a while. But we found it eventually. I don't think that I ever like ran into like the president or anything, but
Hmm.
maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. I talked to some lady. I have her name somewhere. Her name. She had like two first names, and she was just telling me because like apparently like NIU was like completely different before. Like they made that dam, like they dammed up the Kishwaukee River and like
Oh yeah.
made those two ponds and
Mm-hmm.
like just completely different landscape, which I think it would be kind of cool to come back and kind of see. I mean, that's like us in Yorkville now. Like they're gonna eventually build that bridge to the continuation of El Domain,
Right.
and everything's 4 lanes now. It's open.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
It's not weird. It's just progress.
I liked it better when it was just 2 lanes.
Yeah. Well, that's what you experienced, I guess. I love that you got your Wabansi sweatshirt on.
Rep it. I literally went to take a pee before we started this, and I was just like, you know what? He's probably wearing this goddamn same sweatshirt.
I am.
And lo and behold,
Yep.
right?
Well, it's because we share like 40% of the same clothes.
It's fine. Hand-me-down clothes are the best clothes,
Mm-hmm.
so take what I'm given. But Roy started giving me clothes, and I was like, yes, yeah.
Nice.
What there? Why are there so many boxes behind you? What
Yeah.
has been going on
Yeah. I
as
don't
of
know. I'll
recent?
try and get my big head out of the way, but you can see
There are
behind
a
me.
few
There's
boxes.
it's the whole corner of the room over there is just full of boxes, and that's for the baby shower. So
Ah,
right.
yeah.
So we're doing a
Well, that's good that they're sending them and not like bringing them.
right. Yeah. So we're having a virtual baby shower through Facebook. Um,
Ooh, that's kind of interesting.
so right. So people sent all the things off our baby registry, and then more um, to to us here, and then we're gonna open them while streaming on Facebook Live on Saturday.
Oh, that's so. Is it like just like a big like video chat, or is it just people can like comment on what you on like your stream?
I think it's
Like,
just they can
do you see
comment.
them?
No, I don't think we can see them.
Okay,
They just
okay,
comment on it like you would on a Twitch stream or a YouTube stream or something
okay.
like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
I think I don't know the specifics of it because I don't do Facebook, but
Yeah,
from what I
same.
understand, that's what it is, or that's what it'll be. So yeah, we're gonna open all those up, and it's gonna take hopefully about 20 minutes, and then we'll just be done. Uh,
With how many goddamn boxes are back there, I
oh
really
god,
doubt that it's gonna take 20
no,
minutes.
I don't know how many there are exactly, but I'm thinking that I'm gonna open them like beforehand, like 95% of the way, so we can just grab it and pull
Yeah,
it open the rest of the way, and not have to
yeah.
go through the whole process of like cutting it
'Cause that
and
would be a
doing all that
while.
stuff on the stream. Because yeah, it's just unnecessary time, you know.
Definitely.
um, yeah. So one of the first things I wanted to talk about today was since we just turned to the year 2020, is New Year's resolutions. We're a little bit into 2020 now, and Um, as soon as New Year's Day hits, you just see all these people posting stuff on Facebook, like how they want to bring more positivity, and yeah, on Instagram, how they want to bring more energy to their life or something, just some foo-foo bullshit saying. And it's just so stupid, because by saying you want to bring more positivity to your life, what does that mean? Like, what is that? Like, define being or bringing positivity. Like, how do you do that?
Stop stop surrounding yourself with people who are more or less like negative, like downers, or like don't believe in your goals. So like that's how you could bring yourself some positivity, just by limiting the negativity in your life.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So like maybe that's what they mean. I really don't know. Like I see the same
Right,
shit
but it's
though.
just like a quote of something,
Yeah.
and like last year was the year of this, and now next year is going to be the year of that, and it's just so dumb. Like, how many people do you know that actually get something accomplished that they say in the year, when it's something so vague and ridiculous as those things that you see on social media? You don't ever
Mm,
hear it,
no,
never. So
not normally. No.
why, like, so my point of view then is, why not make a realistic goal? You set a goal to do a thing, and then
Yeah,
you
to
figure
accomplish the
out how to
task.
do that, right? And then you take the steps to accomplish that. You have finite
Mm.
goals rather than these ethereal be positive. Like, it's just dumb to me.
It's like just like talking to somebody who's like diagnosed with depression. Someone's like, just don't be depressed.
Right, right,
It's like what? What?
right.
That
So there, like, to not be like that, you have to take clear steps and do things. Um, yeah, so that's something that just annoys the hell out of me. Um, like, one of my goals going into this year was to grow uh, vegetables for our consumption, so we don't
yeah.
have to rely on going to the store. And I was able to make a connection with a lady that has a farm, and she has a lot of land, like 30 acres of land that's just being unused.
Oh wow.
So we are in the workings of being able to use that for growing some vegetables, which would be
Like
really cool.
how much land do you think that you'd be able to
The th-
use?
the 30-acre plot that she has is just sitting there, but there's another area that's like their yard, kind of,
Mm.
that she already has a big garden plot on, that her and her family harvest and sell in front of her house, and they make some money off that. So my suggestion was that me and couple of people from my work have committed to taking an area or adding on to their current existing plot, and we just help them out, and in return they let us use a little section, and then we take whatever we grow for our own consumption.
Yeah.
um, so yeah, I went out there to their place yesterday, and it's really cool. I'm really excited, and I think that over the weekend she'll get back to me and hopefully confirm that we can do that.
That'd be awesome. You
Yeah.
can do that. Because I mean, you're just like how I mean, because they sell it, you're just helping them
Mhm.
grow their own crops.
Yeah. And it's just her. It's a middle-aged woman and
Mm.
her mom that are doing it, and she just kept saying, like, "Oh, it's a lot. It's so much work for just the two of us." And I was like, "Well, I have people. We can volunteer our time,
Yeah.
and help you out if you are willing to let us add on to your plot here. Um, but the 30 acres that's being unused is really enticing to me. I would want to do like chickens and cows, like beef cows out there. That I think that would be sweet. But she wants
You're gonna slaughter a cow? Is that what you're saying?
I don't you can't I don't think on the farm. You have to
Oh.
send them to a slaughterhouse, and then
Okay, well
you
that's
you get back.
better than you just taking the old cow out back to the old 12 gauge.
Well, it's a lot more. Actually, I don't know how they do it. I
I
think
have no idea.
I think it's just like a thing. It just shoots right into their
Uh,
brain. Like it's like a
Yeah,
metal peg, and it just
that's
shoots
like
into their brain, kills them instantly. But I don't know exactly.
in No Country for Old Men.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, that thing.
exactly.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but I know that chickens you can slaughter and eviscerate the chickens on the farm, uh, and I
Oh,
would do that.
who's gonna do the defeathering and the guts?
There's like a there's a machine that you can get.
Ow!
There's a machine that you can get. It's called a like a plucker, and
No way!
it
It's just called a plucker.
it looks like a washing machine. So it like just spins around,
Oh.
and it's got all these little like finger like pegs in it. They're rubber and they're flexible, and
Mm.
so this thing's just spinning around, and then you throw the or you don't throw, but you drop the chicken in there, and then
Throw that motherfucker in there.
and then, and then you spray some water on it, and it just these little finger things just rip the feathers right off, and and the chicken just spins around in the
It's
in
breaking all of its bones.
no, it doesn't damage the chicken at all. It just it's hilarious to watch. You gotta watch a video of a chicken plucker. It is
Okay.
awesome, and I'll just hopefully remember to link one in the description so some people can watch them. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I would do that because to to pay somebody to come and do that, it
Yeah.
eats into your profits. It basically turns your margins into nothing if you
Yeah.
have somebody else do that. So your real cost savings is by you doing the dirty work of slaughtering and evisceration.
No, thank you. I'm gonna pass on that one
That's
there, Chief.
easy money.
Gross. Gross.
No.
I don't like that noise. The noise of like bones being
Well,
broken. Oh.
there's no
Ah.
bones. There's no
Yeah.
bones
What?
that get broken.
Don't lie to me. You had to cut through the rib cage.
Oh,
What you talking
that's when
about?
you break them down. You package them whole and then freeze them.
Oh yeah. Well,
You
I'm
just
just
have
saying.
to pull the head off
Yeah. That.
and then pull the guts out.
Yeah. No big deal. So big deal.
Yeah.
Just gotta do all that. So
No.
nothing. Oh
Then you
fuck, man.
compost it
Oh.
all.
Well, yeah, I get that, but like I just don't think that I could really be out there cutting the head off chicken.
You don't cut the head off the chicken. You cut the jugular. You cut the jug, and then you let them bleed out
Run
upside
around,
down,
just
and then
let them run around and
you put them in the scalder, and
oh
then you put them in the plucker, and they spin around and get all defeathered, and then you eviscerate them by cutting the guts, taking the guts out, and pulling the head off.
oh fuck, man. I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
Oh yeah. It's good stuff. It's
Oh,
fascinating to watch. It really is.
for some it might be. Yeah,
It is.
I just it's not, no, oh that's just never been my cup of tea, man. I never wanted to touch fish.
Yeah. So tell them about how you would make grandma do that.
But yeah, so when we were little, like, fuck, like, all right, so I don't know why, but like, we'd always go to our grandparents' house on like Wednesdays
Hmm.
because like no one could watch us and we were just rascals. So mom, Mom sent us to grandma's house probably just because grandma worked nights and it didn't cost any money to send us there,
Right.
and she kind of enjoyed putting up with us probably. But get her away from Sam.
Yeah.
So we'd go there all the time, and there's a little creek behind her house, and there's like a little like patch of forest and stuff. There's a bunch of stories we could tell from back there, honestly. But yeah, we would always go fishing, and like I was all good, dude. I could put bait on the hook, I could angle it real good, just fucking bring that some bitch in, and then as soon as it'd come out of the water, and just be like, oh yeah, that's that's a that's a bluegill. Grandma, you gotta take that one off. It's got
You
spines.
gotta grab that some bitch.
It's got spines on it. I don't play a gator don't play that mess.
No,
Mm-mm.
uh,
Mm-mm-mm.
it's it was so easy too. You just put a little piece of hot dog on there. You just dip it into the water, and then 2 seconds later, you just pull it
Instant
out. You got a
bluegill.
fish.
I
They were
don't know
so
if it's
hungry.
still like that though.
Yeah, I don't know either. It probably is.
I don't know. The creek has gotten a lot wider. Like the last couple times that we've been to Grandma's house,
Hmm.
like the creek's been flooded like a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, the creek almost fucking fell into frozen water on numerous occasions. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
We'll have to tell the story of when we went creek walking and we're gone forever, and Grandma thought we all
Oh,
died. We'll tell that. We'll tell that next time.
yeah, that's a
Yeah. But I wanted to talk about some Netflix series. We watched The Witcher and also a horror series called Marianne.
I've
Um,
never heard of that.
no, it's like a French film or series that was translated into English.
Hmm.
But first, The Witcher, I thought was really good. Yeah,
Yeah,
you should watch it if you haven't yet. Um,
I think I watched like the first episode, but I don't really remember it that well.
yeah, well, it's based off the books, but they draw a lot of influence from the games as well, and
That's pretty dope.
that's how I got introduced to it was from The Witcher 3, and I love that game. It was so much fun, and I see like the connections between the game and the show because uh, like the way that like the people in the world of The Witcher are like super racist towards Geralt. Like they do not like Geralt, who is the main character played by Henry Cavill,
Hmm.
who does an awesome job. But they like don't like him at all because he's different. Like he's a Witcher, which the show is named after, and that means he was transformed essentially. Had all these like gene mutations done to him as a child, and only like 3 in 10 kids survive.
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah, so he's got all these like hyper senses and uh, gone through all this training and stuff to be a Witcher. But yeah, I think it's really good. Henry Cavill plays Geralt really well. Like his voice is
Yeah.
very iconic, and he gets it. Uh, one of the things that I really like is that in the games, uh, you have to make like these hard choices. Like you can either choose to like kill everybody and become like the monster that the townsfolk think that you are, or
Hmm.
you can make a more heartfelt, thoughtful choice and prove that you're because he was human originally, but he's not anymore because of his transformations. So you see his humanity a lot, um,
That's
and
pretty interesting.
yeah, it's very good.
Is it like when you play through, if you choose like one path, like if you choose just like to go rampage and just go slaughter everybody, does it like change the game at all? Like
Yeah,
Fable? Like you remember playing Fable?
Yes, I do, and yes, it does. Your choices in the game impact the final outcome of the game.
Hmm.
And yeah, in the show, you see Geralt's like thought process and him making hard choices, which is a very good thing.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's good. It's a little bit confusing. The show is a little bit confusing because there's multiple timelines and then they switch when the scenes switch, but you can't always tell right away. So it can be a little bit confusing at times, but I think it's overall it's a good thing because like it kind of adds to a little bit of mystery, a little bit because you see things from the past and you're like, oh, well, how does that affect what's going on currently? And then it's all tied together and connected very well, but you just don't know what's connecting what immediately.
That's pretty
So
cool.
yeah.
That it kind of keeps you guessing too.
Mhm.
It's like I feel like I don't like a lot of things now just because some of it's just so goddamn cliche. And you're just
Mhm.
like, swear I could have seen this elsewhere with a different name.
Yeah. Yeah. There wasn't too many like big plot twists or anything. Um, it's pretty gory. Good story. Good characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it's good. It's definitely worth a watch.
Was Roach in that game? It's like
Yeah. Oh
Roach.
yeah. Yep. Yeah. His
Oh
horse.
yeah. Yeah.
Geralt names every one of his horses Roach because he just doesn't want to remember multiple names, so he just names them all Roach. And they just whenever they die or get lost or whatever, just gets another one, names it Roach. It's hilarious.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, one thing that I really liked was his sense of humor. Geralt's sense of humor. It's very dry and like sarcastic, and I really like that.
I don't think I played the game well enough to picked up on that.
No, it's good. Yeah, I they capture that part, that aspect of it really well.
Shit. Um.
And then that Marianne, we finished that last night.
Yeah. What
As
was like? What? So you said it was French, but like, what was the story about itself?
it's like this girl is a writer, and whatever things that she writes like come true, and she writes like horror stories.
Mm.
So she'll write something, and then somebody will die. How she wrote in the book. Um, and as the season, I think there's only one season. Yeah. I don't know if there's gonna be another one, but this show kind of ends on a cliffhanger.
Mm.
But she writes and people die, and all along she's like giving this witch like power, I guess, because when the writer was a kid, she uh was like contacted and like cursed by this witch.
Interesting.
And so she had all these horrible nightmares about the witch, and then she started writing her nightmares and so on and so forth. People die because she's writing about them,
Yeah.
and then she does something bad, or her friend's sister dies, and then she has to leave when she's 15, and then she comes back 15 years later after writing all these books and getting super rich and famous, and then all sorts of like weird stuff happens. It's just is like creepy. Um, but the episodes were really weird because
Like
each one, like in each episode, there would be like a funny part, like a really like kind of heartfelt uh, character development between her and her childhood friends, there would be like a creepy part and then just like a terrifying part. Every episode was like that. So it's kind of samey, but the whole time you're like trying to figure out what's going on. So the kind of mystery of it pulls you through, but it was okay.
I don't know. I feel like that would be kind of annoying after a while. If this show has the same setup like
Hmm.
over and over and over and over again like that.
Yeah, I mean it's not super obvious, but I mean
Oh,
I noticed
I'm
it
thinking.
after watching it and kind of thinking about it.
Hmm.
So
Did they ever come out with a second season of the Hill House?
no, but that is by far the best like horror show on Netflix.
I would agree with you. Like that was awesome.
Yeah, or on anything really. I think
Mm.
the ending of that show is one of the most beautiful endings to a, a show that I've ever seen.
That I was very impressed with that show
Yeah,
in general.
yeah, yeah. That's that. If any for whoever has not seen that, The Haunting of Hill House, you gotta watch it. That
Oh yeah, that.
that's like a must watch. Like Breath of the Wild is a must play, which I still haven't beaten
Oh,
for the Nintendo Switch.
oh my God.
That's a must watch for Netflix. um, what else we got here? Oh my God, yes. So being a man, you have to use a men's bathroom. Okay,
Yes.
we're not gonna get into the trans debate.
Oh boy.
Okay, but men's bathrooms, 95% of the time, if it's in a public place, are disgusting,
Normally,
horrible messes, terrifying, disaster, nightmares, hellscapes.
just pissing all over the walls.
Oh my God. I personally have had some very bad, gross experiences in public restrooms. I don't know about you. No, no, you've been
Not
spared.
like I'm just trying to think like I've never been like traumatized like what I feel like you're gonna tell me stories about.
Oh,
But I don't think I've ever been like truly traumatized by like going to the bathroom.
well, I got yeah. So in high school for uh, football, we went on like a team bonding trip to Chicago to watch the Chicago White Sox baseball team play a game.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're sitting up there way in the freaking nosebleeds, cheapest seats you could probably buy. Um, and a couple of my friends and we had to go to the bathroom, and so we walked down and we went to like the 100 level to get buy a hat. So
Yeah.
we picked up a hat and then we stopped over at the bathroom, and it's an old baseball stadium, so they just have a trough.
Oh yeah, the trough.
Yeah, so it's just like a feeding trough for animals, but there's a little bit of water that runs in there, and then you just
That's only
stand.
sometimes.
Yep, you just stand and then pee into this trough. There's no dividers, no
Oh, fuck.
nothing. And I gotta pee super bad. And so the place is packed. So there's at least 6 people in front of me, and we're all just in line waiting to go to the bathroom. And I gotta pee so bad, I'm not gonna like not go to the bathroom when there's
Yeah.
all these people around. Um, and like 2 people in front of me, and then in the next row over, there's this guy, and he is just belligerently drunk
Oh
and just
boy.
spouting off all these crazy things. Um, and I'm just like looking at him like, oh, please don't fucking try to mess with me while I'm
Oh.
taking a piss. I'm already nervous enough that I'm gonna have to stand there in this fucking trough with guys all around me. It's just weird enough when you've only
Yeah.
used like a private bathroom like your whole life,
Yeah.
or just pee outside when nobody's looking. Um, and so eventually I get up. It's my turn, unzip my pants or whatever, and try to go to the bathroom. And this guy is still standing there. Remind me, he was in front of me in line, in the
Yeah.
next in the next row to my right, and he's still standing there when I get up to go.
Yeah.
And he turns to me. I have my fucking dick out, and this guy turns to me and grabs onto my shoulder and starts telling me about like how his dad beat him when he was a kid, and was
No
just
fucking
sobbing,
way. Oh my
sobbing,
god.
sobbing, crying, telling me how he was like abused as a child, and then like throws up into the fucking trough, and I just zipped my pants up and just left. I was like, how do you pee after that?
Oh my.
How?
No, no. You have to leave after that. That's wow. That's
Yeah, just got this sobbing, drunk, crying man on me while I'm trying to take a whiz. It's impossible.
oh,
Okay.
Jesus Christ. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay. And then last year
Oh,
at the Buffalo Bills and Chicago Bears game, Hannah and I went to with Hannah's friend. We've been drinking.
oh,
I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie. And again, had to pee real bad.
Okay.
I had been dodging going to the bathroom based on the White Sox experience. Because
Oh boy.
I know at stadiums, bathrooms, bad news. Um, and so eventually, gotta go. And I head down there, and thankfully, there's actual like urinals that are there. There's no like divider or anything. Like you're still standing like shoulder to shoulder with a guy, but um,
An actual urinal, not a
right,
trough. You're not peeing all over your feet.
you have a little bit of room for yourself.
Yeah.
And so I walk into the bathroom and I'm scanning, and there's like
Oh shit. Here we go
people,
again.
yeah, there's people in line, like 3 4 people in line for each urinal, except for one. There's one guy using it. And so I'm like, oh, all right. And it's in the corner too, thankfully. So there's
Ooh,
even a little more
ooh.
privacy. And
Yeah.
so I'm like, hell yeah. So I go over there, stand behind this guy. I'm just like kind of looking around, like, you don't want to stare at somebody who's taking a piss.
Yeah.
And then he gets done, and I step up, and there is just vomit all over this urinal. It smelled
Ah.
so bad, like over the entire thing, on top, like on the handle,
Oh.
yeah, on the
Oh.
handle, all over this fucking thing. And I was like, I gotta pee, so I just had to pee in and try to clean off this
Yep.
vomit with my urine,
Yep.
and
There
then
you
and
go.
then just not flush it because it was disgusting. There was vomit on the handle.
God no, I wouldn't touch that shit.
Nope. And then at work, you want to. This is a good one.
Oh Christ.
This is a good one. Just just this week, on I think Tuesday, Monday. Um, I was going to the bathroom. Thankfully, they've got a divider in between. Like you're still like 2 inches away from the
Another
guys.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's
There's
at least
still.
like a divider.
Hmm.
Um, but, I go flush, got no problem, and I turn around and I like look down to like zip my pants up, and this guy comes because you have to turn a corner to get out,
Yeah.
and so I'm like turning the corner, zipping my pants up. There's a guy walking in, zipping his pants down. We go belly to belly.
Oh my God.
We touch tips.
No way.
Yep. So
Oh,
got a lot of fun bathroom experiences. I feel like this stuff
what
does
the
not
hell?
happen in women's bathrooms. There's no way.
I don't know. I've heard so like I know a lot of people that have like worked at like like Whitetail in Yorkville. It's like a
Yeah.
country club kind of.
Yep.
Like they have like a lot of weddings and stuff like that. And I've heard a lot of stories where the girls' bathrooms have been a lot worse than like boys. Like I don't remember like any specifics about the stories, but I do remember hearing that. But I mean, I've got like a locker room story from like middle school that's like about it. Like that's all I got like to try to back you up with these bad stories. It's like after football one day, got into the locker room. It was middle school. Just trying to take all my shit off, sweat my ass off. Got in, like took off my shoulder pads, sat down, and, like Jacob Mance walks in, and I'm just, oh fuck, like what's up, Mance? Like what's going on, man? He's like, I don't know. Jared Pacino Lester is like, he was complaining about his stomach earlier, and like I think he's gonna shit himself. And I was like, oh boy, here we go again. Like, oh fuck. So like JPL comes in and he's like, "Nah, like I'm all right. Like my stomach's like hurting a little bit, but I'm not gonna like shit myself." This man comes and like farts like
Oh
within like a 6 foot radius of me,
no.
and like I'm still like trying to take my pants off, and like I've got my cleats on still. Like I'm just like take one whiff, just like like holy fuck, like move a little bit because like we were making fun of Mance because Mance had just puked. Mance had just puked because of this fart. Like this fart was that
Oh.
bad.
Oh.
Mance dog was already down for the count puking.
No.
So I was laughing at him and like I caught a whiff and like it was just so bad that like I was laughing and like coughing and like I puked too. Like
Oh.
I like I like tried to run and like get away from the smell to be able to like compose myself. And lo and behold, yeah, your boy puked all over the floor, and I did
Nice.
not clean it up.
Oh, terrible.
Like, that's weird, dog. You got some weird ass. So what is up with you in the bathroom?
It's at stadiums, like sporting events. These people are
That's so weird.
savages, just drunk, diffusion of responsibility. They don't care. Somebody else is going to clean it up. It's somebody else's problem. They're just going to throw up, pee all over the place, or just be so drunk that they're having like memories resurface that they repressed and then have to tell somebody about it.
That's yeah, that's pretty fucked. I mean, like, do you know? Did I tell you that Ty Moza like died at a party I went to on New Year's Eve? Do you remember Ty Moza?
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, Christ. So like New Year's Eve, went to my friend friend Brady's house, Brady Coppola, and we were just drinking, chilling, having a good time and shit. And like this man, we started drinking pretty early. It was like 5:30, and we were playing like Irish poker and like Pangea, and so like these are pretty hard drinking games.
Yeah.
And so pretty slammed by the time the party started at like 10. And so Ty Ty, it was like right around after midnight. Ty he found a bed right next to the couch. He was just like face down, sleep.
Mm.
Oh my god, that shit was so funny. But we got a ride home. I went with Tyler. We got a ride home, and then I heard later that people had ripped a bag of rice open from like the top of the stairs, fucking put toothpaste and shit down like the air vents.
What?
Fucking like why would you do that?
Fucking
I
animals.
I don't get I don't get it at all. Like that is the dumbest shit I've
Like
ever.
getting a thrill from being destructive.
Yeah, like what?
Uh,
That was ridiculous. I was seriously, like, what the hell?
Yeah, people do dumb things when they're drunk, but I feel bad when I break something. I don't like
Yeah.
get a thrill out of it.
No, what the fuck? Like, one time I did throw a bottle. I was at a friend's house. I was like 16 years old. Just drinking beers, drinking bottles. And I was like, it'd be really funny if I fucking threw this. And I threw it. And then like as soon as I like went through the motion of it, I was like, this is this is where we fucked up. And like I was like, shit, well, it's too late now. Watched it blow up. I like got up super quick. I was just like, oh my God, like I'm so sorry. Like I just lost control of the moment. I don't know. I'll pick all this shit up.
Was
And
you
so I did.
inside?
Oh fuck yeah. We were just sitting in this
Oh
dude's
my
basement.
god!
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
thrown them outside like a normal human.
I don't know if I've told you this story. Did I tell you about a story in Iowa where I had to fight a door?
Yes.
Oh, fuck, I did?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Where I punched two holes in that door?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Oh, damn it. I didn't know if I told you that story or not. That's a good one.
You
That's
can tell it again.
yeah, all right. So whatever. I went to the University of Iowa like my freshman year of college, and I brought a bottle like the big bottle of Amsterdam,
The
and
big
so
boy.
with the big bottle, and so went to my friend's dorm and we were drinking that, and like I was not taking shots because I don't like shots. I've never liked shots. I hate shots. All right, shots suck. So I'm just like
Let it
fuck that
let
shit.
it be known.
Oh yeah, facts. So I was just making mixed drinks and I would like fill up like fucking like a third to like halfway of like vodka and then like whatever my mixer was.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm drinking this shit like water, baby. Like let's go and shit. And so like since I brought the bottle, like we drank like probably like two-thirds of it that first night I was there. Between like four people. I was just fucked. And so like since I brought the bottle, these guys were buying me drinks. We went to this little Mexican bar named Cactus Number Two because there's like four or five of them in fucking Iowa City. I'm not even playing. And so go in, get margaritas. We got some chips and salsa. Smack. It was so good. And like this is now where we enter the realm of just like it's kind of blurry around the edges, but like
Mm.
we're there for the most part.
Mm.
And so like drinking margaritas, eating chips, and then the next thing I remember is like, damn, I gotta take shit so fucking bad. Like get up, go to the bathroom, come back, don't think anything of it. Next thing I remember, I'm back in the bathroom and I'm like looking at like the door to like the stall. I'm just like, shit, someone definitely punched a hole in that motherfucker. And like I like went in there and like I heard like one of my friends come in, my friend Nathan, and I was just like, you know what, man? Bet me I won't punch a hole in this door right now. And he was like, bet. Like what the fuck? And so yeah, I punched a hole in that door, and then we uh as soon as I did that, I went back and finished all the margaritas because we had to leave right then. We had to get the fuck out of there because you can't just break the door and just expect there to be no consequences.
Correct.
And so we dipped out of there. We went to another bar, and I remember a buddy of mine gave me a drink. I remember I took it, walked away, put it down, got a water, and then I don't remember anything after that because then I guess like my friend Nathan said that he saw me leave the bar, and then apparently I broke into a five-star hotel and I fell asleep in their lobby for a couple hours. And then a friend of mine that I didn't even know went to University of Iowa found me and somehow woke me up and got me to come outside. And I woke up in his dorm and had to go back to the hotel to get my phone and my hat that I left in their lobby.
Jesus.
never got in trouble for the door.
That's the important part. Could have gotten arrested for being drunk in public and at the
Oh yeah,
hotel.
definitely.
But yeah, the important thing is
You know,
didn't get caught for the door.
yeah, that could have been a lot worse of a night. That's why I from then on have always shared a location with somebody when I was in, just in case if lost, please return to said
Right.
address.
Yes.
There's a lot of good just stories like that's we would go out just like fiending like when the semester I was in Iowa, we would go out to the bars just trolling for fights. We'd just be fiending for fights, like I was just on the prowl.
We could do a whole episode about that. I think we should do that. Um,
Just trying to fight
yeah,
people.
maybe not the next one, but the one after. We could do a whole episode about that.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
Um, okay, let's do our uh let's do our gaming segment, which I'm gonna call "Noobs Are Us," be,
Noobs are us.
because
Facts.
we're not allowed to call ourselves gamers. We're hashtag not true gamers. So
Yeah.
yeah, you want to take the lead on this?
Shit. But yeah. So Call of Duty Season 2 just came out. It includes Rust. Do you remember playing Rust at
The
all?
iconic Rust map. I would just go and slay people one on one in that on that map.
I played Gunfight on it, and
Yeah,
I did very well on
yeah,
that map.
awesome.
It was a lot of fun. I really like that map. It's really fun to play like 6v6 or Gunfight.
Mhm.
Like it feels a lot bigger, honestly. It feels bigger than
Mm.
it did before, or than I remember. Um, Ghost is a character that came out.
Mhm.
I haven't bought the battle pass because I didn't get to level 155 or whatever to get my points back. So we gotta wait a little bit on that. But they came out with it's like a UMP type gun. I don't remember
Mm.
what it's called.
I love that gun.
That was good. I haven't used it yet because I haven't unlocked it. Um, there's now a classified section of the title screen, which is probably going to be the battle royale.
Almost for sure. Battle
Oh,
Royale.
and in the opening like cutscene, it talks about like there being gas coming in, and
Hmm.
like Ghost talks about like needing a squad, like you normally play like in squads and shit.
Yeah.
So I think that might be pretty interesting. I wonder how they're gonna take it because I mean I've seen people play Black Ops 4 like the Blackout version or
Mhm.
what's their battle royale, but I don't know. Like I played the Battlefield 5 battle royale, wasn't that great, wasn't that big of a fan of it.
Yeah.
The only real battle royale I've been a fan of was like Fortnite, I feel like.
Mhm.
But yeah, I've tried my New Year's resolution was to try to put out videos more often, and like
Mhm.
I've been putting out videos just about every week now, and or like every like 10 days, I don't remember. But like
Yeah.
I've tried streaming, and I've figured out now how to actually stream, and I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah. You
fun to
should do it
do
more.
just with people. Yeah. But I've seriously like my planner is just like
Just
filled with shit.
well,
Like
you'll have spring break coming up soon.
that is true in March sometime. I
Yeah.
don't I don't remember what week that is. And late in March, you got big shit going on.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be mom's already like
It's
making
already
sure.
booked.
Oh God, she's waiting to find out like for sure that the baby's coming, and she's fucking out, bro.
Yep.
She ain't sticking around for nothing.
I know.
Like She's like, "You are gonna need to go home and commute to school and take care of the dogs." I
Yeah,
was, yeah, yeah. I kind of figured this was gonna happen, Mom.
yeah. It's not a bad drive for you. So,
No, no,
uh,
not thinking about it.
yeah. I Going back to the battle royale mode.
Yes.
I The only battle royales that I liked was I really liked Apex Legends.
Well, yeah, Apex.
That
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. Um, and Fortnite was okay. I didn't like the building in Fortnite. Um, never. I don't like Battlefield's combat really, so I didn't like that mode just because I don't really like that kind of game. Um, it just feels so like kind of clunky to me.
Mm.
Um, and then COD, I like COD's gun play and the way that it feels, and I think that will be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm interested in it. I'm glad that they are doing something because the special ops sucks.
Yeah, it does. We tried to freaking play that the other day on stream, and it's just terrible. Just a horrible, horrible
Throw
mode.
it, throw it away,
Right?
scrap it,
Just get rid of it. It's awful.
burn it.
Burn it to the ground. No. Um, but lately I've been playing a lot of Borderlands 3.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've seen you on a couple of times.
mhm. Yeah, and you don't message me, you punk.
Hey,
And
normally doing shit.
uh-huh. And so I've been playing a lot of Borderlands 3 and instead of Destiny, which I'm a slave to Destiny, so it's surprising that I've been able to pull myself away from it. But I think the reason, well, there's a couple of reasons I think, is that I can just jump into a game of Borderlands and just play and get better gear like consistently because I'm still like in the leveling process. Like
Yeah,
I'm not at like max power. You know, I haven't reached the end game yet. Um, so you get a strong sense of like accomplishment when I find a way better gun or a way better shield. Um, so that's a lot of fun because I know that I'm gonna progress if I
yeah,
play.
definitely.
Whereas in like Destiny, I've got everything that I want pretty much. There's a couple of exotic guns that I haven't done or gotten because I haven't wanted to really try and get them because they're a little
Mm.
more involved. But yeah, like I've got everything that I could possibly want. Like I've got god roll weapons, I've got good armor, um, and I know how to do everything. Like I've done everything in Destiny so much. Uh,
Yeah,
Having Borderlands just be different is a big plus. It's like refreshing for me. Um, yeah. So I and also like a lot of the systems in Destiny, like you've got tons and tons of currencies and quests all over the place. Like I'm sure for you, like if you look in your like inventory or look at the map or whatever, it's just
mm.
like mayhem. You
Oh no, it is. Every time I get back on, I'm just like
It's a
I've
disaster.
stopped caring. Like I ask you like who do I need to talk to
Right.
get this quest? Where do I need to go?
Right. Right. So and then recently they just made not recently, it was probably 8 months ago, but Bungie made Destiny free to play
Oh really?
with
Wow.
Destiny New Light is what it's called. So I'm just thinking like you've played Destiny before, you know how most things work, and it's still overwhelming for you the amount of stuff. Like you don't play for 4 months or whatever, and
Hmm.
then you try to go back to it, and it's just like what the fuck is going on. So
Definitely.
I think I think for somebody who's literally never played the game, downloads Destiny New Light, and they're just bombarded with all these different things. I was like, it's
Like
just too much. You know,
definitely.
like it needs to be simplified, which I like about Borderlands is like you just got cash and guns and like shield and a grenade. That's it. You either get something that's better or it's not. And I don't know, the simplicity of it I like a lot.
Yeah, the simplicity, I feel like that's carried across in like the artwork too, because I feel like it's kind of meant to like you're just there to like kind of go through the story
Mhm.
and get better shit along the way,
Right.
bigger guns and shit.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Um, I just brought back Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1,
Yeah.
and I forgot that I have purchased like all of the zombies maps. So I've just been playing that. I was gonna say so since we game share
mhm.
and I bought the maps before, does that mean that you'd have the maps then?
Mm, is it
Because
on what system is it on?
Xbox, it was originally for Xbox 360, but
But it's backward compatible on.
Xbox One.
I don't know. I would have to have a disc to play it at all.
I don't
Um,
know. I don't know if it's on the like the Xbox Game Store or not. I feel like it might be, but I don't know.
yeah.
Because I was gonna start playing zombies again.
Mm,
I got back on and that was like so nostalgic for me.
yeah. That was a good
And
game.
I've got World of War as well.
Mhm. I really liked World at War. Then Black Ops 2 was good also. Um,
Yeah, after Black Ops 2, I don't think that I've played any of the zombies.
one thing that I'm really curious about is the Division 2. They like right now the game is like $3 on Xbox or something like that.
Wow.
And that's because they are just trying to get as many people into the game, uh, so that they're going to launch a new DLC on March 3rd,
Mm.
which is supposed to be like a almost total rework of the game. It's
Isn't that
called.
what they did to the first one?
I know that it launched and it was okay, and then they built it up over time, and then Division Two launched. It was good, but it didn't have any like staying power. And now this is
Mm.
kind of like the moment for the game here coming up soon. Like everybody's saying like this is what we want it to be for so long. We've been wanting this and now it's here. Um, so I'm curious. I don't know if I'll buy it. I know we have the Division 2.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
not played it in a long time just because I don't like the style of combat that much. Like the third person, I
I mean, it
it's
was
just
kind
not.
of fun when we would like, because it felt like it was just us like out there, and like
Mhm.
if we were like going out and like running around, like having to duck and hide away from motherfuckers and shit.
Mhm.
I thought that was kind of fun, but yeah, I don't, I'm not ashamed that we didn't stay with that game.
Right. Right.
But, like, we might have to play like Monster Hunter soon.
Yeah.
I miss that game. That game was
Well,
fun.
you could stream that.
I know. I was thinking about doing like a so now I've got a bunch of like old games and I brought
Mhm.
back like Modern Warfare, like the original Modern Warfare that we had. Um and then Modern Warfare 2 and I don't know if I brought back Modern Warfare 3 or not, but I wanted
Mhm.
to do like a let's play kind of thing, like going through
Yeah.
all the old games
That'd be
just because
fun.
some of those cinematics are so goddamn cool.
Right. Do play through like Gillies in the Mist.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Play
that
through
shit
that
was
one.
so much fun.
Mhm.
Man, those that's just like such good memories of like or like Black Ops 1 even. Like I remember uh God, it would be like 11 o'clock on like a school night and I'd just be like downstairs like trying to like play and then I'd always be hungry as shit. And it was like come upstairs, make like a triple sandwich of a PB&J and go outside and grab like a pop. Yeah, when we had pop at the house,
Yeah.
that's how long ago it was. I would go steal one of mom's Code Reds and then
Yeah, Mountain Dew Code Red.
yep,
Oh
steal one of
man.
her Code Reds and then go downstairs and play Xbox like all goddamn night.
Those are the days.
Yeah, yeah. Didn't have to care about a goddamn thing.
Nope. That was nice. Well,
Yeah, you got a lot of responsibility coming on your plate here shortly.
yeah, we're ready for it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
Uh,
excited. I just realized that he's got two of my initials. So
yeah. Theodore James Gillette, JG.
that's right. Thought that was kind of cool. Probably unintentional, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Totally unintentional. 100% coincidence. Uh,
Hey man, it works.
all right, I got to get out of here. And it's
Yeah.
been a good show.
Yep.
Thanks for chatting with me. I love you.
I love you too.
Now, we'll see you next time.